Hello, everyone. I'm Julie Pastrick, President and CEO of the Greater Flagstaff Chamber, and you're listening to Chamber Bizz Buzz. Thank you so much for tuning in. We have a great show this morning. And in studio is Mike Kayser from Step Prosthetics. Well, I'm happy to talk to you about a business that you formed in 2021, a local prosthetics company. And why did you do that? Did you see a niche that wasn't being served?
Yeah, there's a huge need in Northern Arizona for prosthetics. Specifically, we set ourselves apart in that we travel and we do home visits and kind of go all over Northern Arizona.
I'm sure that's so important because when you're talking to someone who is either fitted already for prosthetics or needs it, you want them to be comfortable.
Exactly. And oftentimes it's hard for them to make it into the office.
Sure.
In Flagstaff. So we accommodate patients and we'll, like I said, go to their homes, physical therapy appointments, wherever they're at that's easy to meet them.
And do you serve largely just Flagstaff, or are you going onto the reservation and Show Low and Page, other nooks and crannies in Northern Arizona?
Exactly. A lot of the reservation we serve. Our office is downtown in Flagstaff, but like I'll go up to Page often, all the places.
Okay. Well, and tell us a little bit about the diabetic population, why they have a high incidence of needing a prosthetic.
Yeah, it leads to poor vascularity, and then oftentimes you'll just get a cut on your foot or some sort of infection that goes unchecked, and it shockingly happens quickly, but
Does
it turns to gangrene, and there's just no way to stop it but to amputate the foot. Yeah. That
is just amazing that diabetes would be that horrible to a body, especially when, I'm sure people don't even understand that could be an outcome.
Right. I didn't understand this prior to getting into the field.
And so you're helping people walk again, and you feel that a good fitting prosthetic is the key. How hard is that to work with a patient and actually provide that prosthetic? I think things have changed so much. It's just remarkable.
Yeah, it's challenging, but we have some incredible patients, and they put in the work. So a lot of it's on the patient to want to get better and to walk, and we help as much as we can in getting the perfect fitting prosthetic and whatever else they may need. But ultimately, the work is done by the patient, and they do pretty good.
Interesting. Well, and you take pride in doing 3D printing of their initial prosthetic socket. That must really give some comfort. What does 3D allow them to see?
Yeah, there's many benefits to the 3D printing the prosthetic socket, the part that attaches to their residual limb. The biggest thing is that we can make multiple sockets. So say the first one wasn't working or they shrunk down, it no longer fits them. We can just very quickly, easily make a new socket. So the traditional method for making prosthetic sockets is pretty labor intensive and it takes a while. So this kind of cuts out that aspect of it.
I love it. We have to be as advanced technology as we can so patients feel that comfort. And why did you choose to get into prosthetics? Yeah, I know you have been in prosthetics and orthotics for 12 years. You're an NAU grad. Woohoo! You're a lumberjack. And you just got to stay in Flagstaff and do something you love?
Yeah, I'm very fortunate to be able to come back to Flagstaff and work here. So yeah, I went to NAU, thought I wanted to get into physical therapy, started shadowing some physical therapists, and through that process found out about this field. I had no idea this was even a profession you can do. And I called
so cool.
the guy at the time that was working up here, Dave Mueller. I called him up and he let me shadow him for 6 months or whatever. And then I went off to school in Long Beach for a couple of years to do this, and then was able to come back to Flagstaff and start working.
Oh, you got back to your roots.
Yeah.
Your Arizona roots. Well, we're speaking with Mike Kayser, owner of Step Prosthetics. I understand, too, that the adjustment of being an amputee could take a while. And so what do you do on the first Saturday of each month?
Yeah, we have a support group that meets in our office first Saturday of every month, at 11 o'clock. So all are welcome. So we've had physical therapists show up, patients, obviously, special guests.
And do they just kind of sort of talk about what it's like and or ask somebody how they're feeling? They just need to probably be around someone else that's gone through that.
Yeah, and that's what I've noticed is just whenever two patients get in the office together, they have so much information to exchange that I don't even have. Just little things that come up that because I don't have a prosthetic leg, I don't understand the ins and outs of daily life with a prosthetic leg like other patients do. And so they have a community, they help each other.
I like
questions
that.
like that. Yeah, it's a good group.
Have you been able to watch the healing and the adjustment come, in patients that you're really happy about because
Yeah.
Who knows which way it would have gone or how happy they would return to? Are they much happier once they realize they can get back to a full body?
So oftentimes when I first meet a patient, it's either right before their amputation in the hospital or shortly after. I've kind of realized that's probably a pretty low point in patients' lives. And so they're vastly different than when they get their prosthetic leg and get up and walking. And it's a really cool transformation to see from when I first meet these patients to when they get their mobility back and just how impactful that is for their well-being.
Mobility, that's for sure. So, Mike, how do our listeners reach you, and what do they have to do before Next Step gets into their life and starts working with them? What do you suggest?
Yeah, it's easy. Just reach out to us. And then if we need any referral or anything from your doctor, we do a lot of that footwork in our office. So really just making that connection and letting us know you need something. But we have an office right downtown. It's by Cosmic Cycles and Dark Sky Brewery right there.
123 West Birch Avenue.
That's right.
That's a great location. Well, and I think the first Saturday of every month is really a cutting edge way of helping people get back to the life they had before they needed the prosthetics. I'm really proud of Next Step for doing that.
Thank you.
Because it's people of all ages and sizes and types. It just happens. And so is there a website or phone number that you'd like to refer prospective customers or patients to?
Yeah, our website's nextstepprostheticspx.com. Or you can give us a call, 928-255-8665. And so we're a small company, so odds are if you call, I'll be the one that picks up and talks to you. So
that's really awesome, Mike. Thank you so much for sharing your story with our listeners today and for your support of the Greater Flagstaff Chamber. You're a very needed and impactful business. You should feel real good about what you're doing. We're really proud of you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You bet. This is Julie Pastrick from the Greater Flagstaff Chamber signing out this morning, and I was really happy to be speaking with Mike Kayser of Next Step Prosthetics. I hope you learned a lot too. If you have a family member or a friend maybe you could talk to about going over to see them, it could change their life. We're really pleased to be with you every Saturday with Chamber Bizz Buzz. I'm going to sign out for today, but I'll see you next time on the radio. You've been listening to the Chamber Bizz Buzz Show, brought to you by the Greater Flagstaff Chamber of Commerce. Today's show has been edited and produced by Clay McCausland with Great Circle Media. We'll see you next time on the radio.